So we're going to find the square root of negative 16. And the first thing we're going to say is that square root of negative 16 is the same thing as the square root of negative 1 times 16. So the square root of negative 16 is equal to the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 16. But the square root of negative 1, this, is the same thing as I, because I, by definition, is the square root of negative 1, and the square root of 16 is 4. And then, just to make this look better, the square root symbol should put it over the number. So the square root of negative 16 is the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 16. By definition, square root of negative 1 is I. Anytime you have square root of negative 1, you can change that to an I. And we know that square root of 16 is 4 because 4 times 4 is 16. You put these two together, and you get 4i. Make sense? So if you take the square root of positive 16, you get 4. You take the square root of negative 16, you get 4i.